How's everybody doing today? We're gonna be fishing this public water today. I've been here one time in a boat and I've caught a couple crappie and a couple bass, but with how little rain we've gotten, the water is very, very low. The sand is literally where the water was last time I was here, which is way up there. So I haven't been fishing in a while. I've been very busy. Last week I did try to go kayak fishing, but it went terribly wrong. I lost my kayak.
Well, it's a sad day. Drove half an hour to come kayak. Now I'm shoeless. And now I am kayakless. Big huge hole in it. So, I don't know how long it's gonna be till I get another kayak, but here we go.
So I'm now kayakless and I'm resorting to shore fishing because I just didn't feel like bringing my John boat out. So it's gonna be a hot one today. I think it's supposed to be about 103 today. So I'm out here early. It's cool. I planned on being here earlier, but that didn't work out. So we're gonna give it a shot. So to start out, I'm basically just going to start out with this little, I think this is a 3/8 ounce jig. Just going to start with this orange and yellow, or chartreuse. I don't know what I'd call that. We'll just call it a twin tail grub for now, but we're going to start out with that. So, I do see there's a few weeds in here. The water looks pretty clear. Not much casting distance on that at all. Yeah, there's a lot of weeds in here. Oh, dude, that was a fish already. A little bluegill. I thought that was weeds. It was a bluegill. There are weeds in there, but sweet. Ooh, feisty little fella. Ooh, he's warm. Well, there's a bluegill. We'll lip him. There's one bluegill. That was the first cast. It's awesome. Hopefully we can keep it up and it doesn't slow down. There you go, little guy. And really today I'm just out here to catch whatever. I'm not really targeting anything. I just haven't fished in a while, so just trying to catch some fish. That was crazy. First cast though. Yeah, it's a bluegill, but it's a fish. I thought it was just weeds. Oh, there's one. Oh, came off. Man, they're feisty already. And so this lake, or pond, whatever you want to call it, was actually made by the DNR. I do believe it was maybe a sand pit at some time. But I do not really know. I found this place about 2 years ago. They redid it. They put in a shelter, campgrounds, and everything. Water looks a little deeper right here, so we're going to try this. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice little place. Like I said, I've caught crappie and bass out here, and obviously now I caught a bluegill, so there's fish in here. So yeah, more backstory to the old kayak. I was gonna go fish an old oxbow, and I was so happy. I've had this kayak for 8 years, and I didn't really get to start using it till last year. And it was from my grandfather, and literally right when I launched, I didn't even have time to record it. That's how quick it happened. I launched, I hit a rock, and it split the bottom of my kayak open. And let me tell you, I was crapping my pants. I had to get out of that thing so fast. Lost my dude's shoes, lost my kayak, but it's all good. I didn't drown or anything, but ruined my day of fishing because I had drove a good half hour. I mean, yeah, that's not that far. I've been farther, but just sucks. I don't know. No kayak. Like, this place would be great for a kayak. You can't bring motors out here. You can have a trolling motor, but this place would be perfect. You got structure right here. I don't know if that's PVC pipe. Yeah. Okay. So they put little structures in here for the fish to come around. But that's how low the water is, that there's no structure, I guess. There's probably more structure in there. That's pretty cool. So that's what, if you don't know what they're doing here, they put stuff like trees or stuff with a lot of appendages on it, and the fish like to get up against those things, and that's where they like to hover around. So that's what that is. That's self-made structure. So I mean, structure could be trees, it could be like that was rubber PVC. There's a lot of different stuff. You can just look at the dock. It's barely even in the water, but I'm gonna try under it, next to it, and then I'm gonna go on top of it, see what I can do. That's how low the water is right now. We just haven't had any rain. And it's just been terrible on the fishing around here. So that's why I haven't really been out much, because the water's just so low. I mean, I don't even know how deep it is right here, but it's very, very shallow. Look at this. It's like walking down a hill. Ooh, that's slick. All these bars are just bent sideways. Well, the fishing died off and it's getting pretty hot out now, so I'm gonna head over to the bait shop, or the bait cave I call it, and I'll show you guys some of the baits I make and how I do it. So going from fishing to bait making, it's just too hot to be out here. Fish don't want to eat, so we'll head over that way. Alright guys, so without a successful day of fishing, what did we catch? One bluegill. We're at the bait shop, or the bait cave as I call it. I own a small bait company. It's called Lega-C-Baits. Currently I only do ribbon tails and stickworms. I do 3 different crappie baits for ice fishing. I am introducing soon some 4-inch swim baits. So just got brand new packaging and logo on that. I don't have a name for this color yet, but it's like a blue with green flake, or black with, sorry, blue, wow, black with green flake. So we're gonna sit out here in the shop for a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of live work as well on TikTok, but I'll be showing you guys some of the things I do. These are my June bug colors, my curly tails and my stickworms, and then these are some leftover. Still, I have another pack worth right here actually, so I'll package those up too. But yeah, this is my little bait shop deal I got going on. I sell online and I do sell in a store in Texas now, so let's make some baits. So if none of you guys know how bait making works on the small scale level, I would call it, not the big huge factory level. You start out with either these gallons of plastic salt, or I have 5-gallon buckets. But today I'm going to be using swim bait blend. We're going to do some more swim bait stuff just so I can get some stuff out onto the website. And I buy from Dead On Plastics. They're the only plastic I've used. They're really good. So what you do is you just start out with this stuff. You got to mix it up. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can't really see, but it separates. There's like a heavy, like I don't know what you'd call it, but there's 2 different chemicals in here and they separate. So I'm gonna shake that up. You really don't want to shake it too hard, and I'm gonna put it into the Presto pot. One thing I like to use when I'm cooking big batches of baits, let's say for my website, like I'm doing, oh yeah, by the way, I think I already showed you guys these, but looks good up on the wall now. But if I'm making big batches I'm gonna put on my website, I like to use a Presto pot. That's a lot of us bait makers use, are these Presto pots. They're pretty easy to clean. I've got a little bit of glitter in mine still. But yeah, Presto pots work. I can make, usually I make mine about 6 to 8 cup batches, and then you can reuse it. So I put about 6 to 8 cups of this. As you can see, I'm laying it outside. There you might be able to see the separation a little better. And that's just so that all the stuff comes off the bottom and it just kind of slides over a little bit. Then I'll proceed to shake it up. But 6 to 8 cups of the plastisol. You dump it in here. You want to get your plastisol up to at least 350 degrees. This Presto pot goes up to 400. I won't be going to 400. Yeah, so that's basically what you need to do to start cooking. Butter knives. You need to stir your plastisol within like every 5 minutes, I believe. I do it. I mean, it's just habit for me to stir, so you don't stir consistently, otherwise it's really going to take longer to cook. But usually it takes about, for me, 20 minutes-ish to cook, fully cook, to reach that 350 degree temperature that we need. And I just use an electric thermometer. I forgot the word. I just use an electric thermometer. Okay. You have to be really careful with these. So before you use an electric thermometer, you gotta stir the plastic so you don't get the surface temperature. But yeah. So as the plastisol starts to cook, you can see it starts turning into like a gooey mixture of clear and white glue. But eventually, once it gets to a certain heat, it'll be all clear, it'll look like water, and it'll be really runny. It won't be chunky like this. So this is just what it looks like as it's going through the heat up process. So I stir this about every 5 minutes, and just keep the temperature, make sure the temperature is high enough to reach 350 degrees. And now we wait some more. So I think the plan for today is we're gonna shoot some swim baits. I'm gonna turn this fan down here. So I think we're gonna shoot some swim baits today, and I think the plan is, I think it'll look pretty good, is we're gonna do green pumpkin brown. I'm gonna do a light coating so it's kind of transparent. Then we're gonna put a 0.15 glitter in there. That's a smaller glitter, and a 0.35 glitter, both black. So you get the 2 different sizes of glitter in there. I think it'll look really good. Mix all the glitter up real quick. Then I'll show you guys what we're working with. It looks really good, actually. Alright, I'm gonna shoot this real quick. I might have gone too transparent, but we'll see. It's like 100 degrees out here, so sorry if the fan's loud, but I gotta have it. I'm a fat boy. There's no AC in here except for the fan. Let's see how these turned out. Again, I might have to add more colorant. I don't know. Oh no, I think those look pretty good. Actually, a little bit of black flake, 2 different colors.